Okay, start. Hello all, welcome to VOLTHA TST call from 28th Jan. This call will be recorded and uploaded to the social media. Okay, on the agenda, we have the next release date, which I'm fine with this, but we have a few proper definitions which needs to go in, and a few patches. Uh, I'll follow up. I'll follow up on the reviews, and hopefully code free is 26 Jan is good. I don't see any problems unless we have some problems. If at all we have some problems with the interface definition. Next, now AWS is back. The pipelines are being checked. Hopefully, they should get resolved. And hardware tests. Anything on this? I okay. This is again the LF. This is also the okay. AWS is resolved now.
Yeah, we were checking one of the hardware jobs, and there was a problem running that job, and I wonder if you were Abhilash, you were expecting from Eric to run the tests.
No, actually, I had I I had lost the permissions to run it. Now I have gotten it back, so I will check it. So as of now, the team is checking on the VGC pipelines. Then later we'll go to the hardware test pipeline.
So yeah, VGC pipelines is another issue, and the hardware tests in the lab is, I think, another problem.
Okay.
But when I checked the error message, I couldn't find any reference to it, so I'm not sure how to solve it. So I requested your help. If you get something from that error message, we can follow.
Okay, let me check. I think so. I checked it and I somehow missed it. Going back to it again. Let me check it. Certain things on both
Okay.
the jobs. I'll check. Second, I'll just put my own. Okay, next on the GitHub action update. Templates are pushed. Eric, anything on this? Do we have any examples to show so that others can pick it up?
No major updates right now. Just still working through everything. I need to get voting fixed. Currently, we have jobs that are running that aren't um, doing the votes for whether, to show that it's verified if it succeeds and -1 verified if it fails. And once that's fixed, I'll do some implementations and let you guys know sort of what I need from the community there.
Okay. Right, still in progress then.
Hmm.
Okay, on the next point, on the new vendor OLTs, uh, were there any questions on the documentation, Sarkant? I think so. There were a few comments from Hagen, I think, and I think so they're all addressed, but we still need to work on the documentation.
This is still in discussion, and currently, so the agreement between the BISDN and the LF will be renewed, but we are discussing the terms. Um, but other than that, I am still not sure if there's a new OLT vendor to be integrated, and I will follow up with that too.
Okay.
Can you put me an action item? I'll ask this directly to someone from board. Not about the documentation, but follow up with if there is any new vendor, OLT vendor, to be
Okay.
integrated in the lab.
I think so. We had asked the same question to Michelle, I think, long back. Yeah, we can follow up on that. Next item is I would like to discuss this first. We are doing to and fro on this. Let me discuss this one. Hmm, okay.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. Last week I experienced the same. The
Okay.
page didn't load immediately.
Okay. We'll see. Probably happening more often than we'll have to check. Okay. So on this, I I I replied to this Sarkant. I agree. We have to keep one. So what I was thinking was, can we rename the existing whatever we have packets to frames instead?
Mm-hmm.
Because since it's L2 OLT, we are not dealing much, or even if at all, we're not interested in the I2 packets. We just need to know how many frames have come in, how many frames have gone out.
Yeah, I think that's okay as far as we are not creating new fields.
Hmm.
Uh, we can reuse the existing ones, or we can rename the existing ones. That's fine with me.
Okay.
But we shouldn't duplicate. Um,
Okay. Sure. Then, since we for this, I don't see any need of backward compatibility here. So I think so. We
mhm.
can go ahead and change the existing ones. Any
Okay,
thoughts?
there were some other unresolved comments, I guess. Is that the only one?
Uh, let's see. I think so. They're all on the similar lines.
Hmm,
So we'll not keep. They were on RX octets and bytes. So we'll remove all these.
I see.
We'll keep only frames.
Okay.
Okay, and for these for these event 64 ones. So we have replaced it with the 64-bit precision fix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one is resolved. But you
So
can.
are you going to still keep the 32 bits and mark them as depreciating, or you're going to rename or change the variables?
So uh, I think so. Better we mark this as deprecated and then keep even 64, and after 2 releases we can remove them.
Okay, okay, got it. So who is which functional entity is using um, these statistics? They are implemented in the OpenVRT agent side.
Yes. So the agent is also using, and also the adapters, the ONU adapters. So all both adapters and the agent is using at these speeds.
Okay, that's why you are worried about the backward
Yes.
compatibility. Yeah, okay,
Yes.
I see. Okay, so there will be another patch for this, or just you want me to review this again?
Uh, I think so. We have addressed all this.
Yeah, I have
Technically,
addressed.
yeah. So you can have a look, Sarkant, once more. If you see anything different from what we discussed now, you can leave a comment. We'll address it. I think so. This is all done. We addressed it.
Okay, okay. I'll check and let you know.
Yeah. Pranit, we have removed these octets and bytes and all, right? From
Yes, I have removed it. So the only change that will be part is that the frames, the existing packets should be renamed to frames, right? Right now we have introduced a new one, and we currently discussed to rename them, right?
yes. Uh, but I would think let's have backward compatibility there also. I think so. It will be more clear, and it will also be clear why we want frames only and not anything else. We can leave a comment as well why we are deprecating all the rest of them.
Yep.
Sarkant, you would agree for this? We'll keep it
Yeah, yeah,
straightforward.
definitely, totally agree. Yes. So I'll wait for your new patch, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So this is one of the items which has to go in. There are other few ones, minor ones, which will follow up and ask for review. Thank you, Sarkant. Another, we have one more proposal for failures in Volta. So now, how it is? We have put in a reconcile mechanisms to recover in case of restarts of the core or adapters, but not all cases can be handled with what currently we have. And if we try to put in more intelligence in Volta itself, it'll become complex. And I don't see I don't see a clean way of doing it as well, like trying to recover if there is any failure in Volta itself. So I think so. This is something which northbound application sitting above Volta has to take care to recover in case of failures. Now, for that, we'll have to introduce few events in case of failures. Now, suppose an example I could give is VOLTHA adapter was trying to update a device, like trying to add a port, add a PON port, or update a PON port, or update a state of the venue. In that moment, core restarted, or core gave out an error, and this guy errored out. In that case, that ONT or that device is left in that state. So the only way to recover is manually go and try to trigger something, like try to reboot or delete the ONT. Now, when that happens, there is also no way for any northbound application to know that something wrong there is something wrong, there's something errored out, there is some failures in the VOLTA, in the adapters or even in core. So for that, what we are proposing is we are proposing a set of events which the OLT adapter, the ONU adapter, and the core will post into the bus. And these events are something which will be used by northbound applications to recover those devices. Now, if there was a failure in reporting the uniports or creating the uniports in code, then most probably that ONT is stuck, and that ONT cannot be configured without manual intervention. So in that case, we'll send out an event and let northbound application, whoever is responsible, to handle this. Now, what recovery mechanism is taken, that depends on the northbound application. So the northbound application can try to reboot the ONT or delete the ONT so that it will come back up again and get reconfigured. So we have distinguished the events in different scenarios, like what scenario, what type of event would be sent out to the bus, and that is what we'll go over now, and we'll put it up for review. Sarkant, everyone can review it and provide your comments based on that. We'll work on.
Yeah, sure. Is there a
Yes.
architecture documentation you started, or you just started with the coding?
So we'll run it through now. Pranit will run it through how we have planned, and we'll share the link for the document. We'll put it here, and Sarkant, please go review and provide your comment. What you have any different thoughts on this? Based on that, we'll rework and do further changes.
Of course. I would be happy to review.
Okay, good. Thanks. Pranit, you want to take the share?
Yeah. Can you confirm you're able to see my screen?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. So as Abhilash has given an overview, so this feature majorly handles about the detection of the failures whenever when your device initialization happens, either at the OpenONU adapter or the OpenOLT adapter, and report it back to northbound. So yeah, that's summarized in the problem statement. The more common failures during the device initialization occurs at the MIB upload part, MIB download part, or when we try to send out a OMCI to configure a ME, or when we are trying to do a ME preset, we do face OMCI failures. Or when we try to write to the KV store, and if there is any trouble with the KV store and the write operations might fail, or when we try to update the status of this device from the OpenONE adapter or the OpenOLT adapter to the core, and the core might be busy if the RPC calls fail. Then as of now, the current design is that the ONE bring up will be halted, and there are errors logged, but we would need a manual intervention from the operations team to recover the window. So yeah, and to address this problem, we will be introducing various events indicating what exactly has failed. Yeah, this introduction of these events would serve the purpose to know when the failure has occurred and what type of failure has occurred, and also build the northbound systems to react from these failure events and try to recover. Yeah, and also any silent failures during when you bring up so far will be much more evident. So I have categorized the use cases at the OpenONE adapter and the OpenOLT adapter separately based on where actually the failures could occur. So majority of the things would be failing at suppose when we are trying to create a PON port during the device initialization, and if the VOLTHA core is busy, then that is one case where do we see that device initialization halts, or failures internally to the OpenONE adapter when there is a device entry creation failure happens. There is no mechanism to reconcile this ONT. Or during the MIB operations, when the ONT or during the transportation, if the OMCI fails during the MIB upload or the MIB download process, we have no mechanism to recover that. Or inter-adapter or the communication to the VOLTHA core, if that fails, yeah, so then the device initialization halts. So I have categorized the above failures into 4 sets so that we can trigger the events based on the failure case. Yeah, so the first category would be the device initialization failed, the ONU initialization failed. This would be triggered due to the internal causes or during the ME communication between the ONU and the ONU adapter. Suppose when we are trying to do a MIB upload, and if it fails during any of the ME exchanges, so we would be raising this event and we will be waiting for the northbound to take an action on it. Similarly, while we try to configure the MIB onto the ONT, we'll be using up this event for any failures. Also, similarly, when we are trying to lock or unlock the uniports, or whenever we have some internal problems at the ONE adapter while we try to create the device.
So Pranit, one question. So
yes.
Currently, let's say the MIB initialization, MIB upload failed.
Yeah.
Don't we see any error on the northbound? No events, no alarm at all?
No, second.
No.
We will log an error, but it would be silent. There is no event as such.
Okay. And let's say if there's a timeout in operation, we also don't get any error.
We do log an error, but that won't be communicated to the services sitting above the VOLTHA, unless we specifically look for the errors in the logs.
Okay, nothing goes to message bus.
Yeah, yes, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, these are the event fields that we will be populating so that the service not to the Volta would be able to identify which ONT and on the which ONT and the which PON port and for which reason it has failed. Yeah. So that's the first category. Then we will have a second category of event failures, and that would be represented with the device state update fail. This event would be triggered when we have failures to create PON ports or the uniports, or when we try to update the device states, which eventually will trigger state transitions at the core. Any of these failures will end up the device in a stale state, which will not be further usable for subscriber service flows. So this event will be used to indicate that kind of errors. Yeah, in similar
device state updates sounds familiar to me, but are we is there any other device state events in the Volta currently?
Yes. So they are there
Yeah.
in core.
Yeah, in core.
They're core, but they're not like failed events, like any state change. So an event is published.
Okay, we are just publishing the successful events, but not the failures, you're saying.
Yes. Yes. And it's only there in core as of now.
And core doesn't push Kafka event bus?
No, it does, but not in all the cases. There are only in few cases where it is doing it. Not in all the error cases core is doing.
Core will be doing that based on OpenONE adapters. In case of the ONT, OpenONE adapters update. Suppose if there is a state failure, unreachable, it would be pushing that. But suppose if there is a PON port creation, we won't be updating the core, and there won't be any event on the Kafka bus. Suppose the device state update itself has failed to the core. So yeah, that's when we won't be able to see the event from the RW code. But evidently we have to raise it from the OpenONE adapter.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Similar to the ONE initialization failed event, we would be populating the event and event context fields where we'll be able to precisely identify which ONE ID and which PON port and the OLT, and also the reason for the failure. Yeah, the third category would be when we are unable to write to the DB for momentarily due to the KB store might be busy or due to any other unforeseen reasons. To indicate that, we'll be issuing this device DB update failure. Yeah. So to take the corrective action.
So I'm not sure of this because this probably doesn't happen for a single device, right? If there's a problem with the DB or accessing the DB, probably we'll have the same problem with almost for all devices. And if something comes, then there will be event storm to the Kafka bus, and then probably the northbound system will surprise why there are lots of events coming from the message bus. So in case of multiple, in case of, let's say, central database failures, the number of events coming from the VOLTHA systems can be huge. So we should be careful about it.
Yes, sir. So now how we have, how the implementation is, or how the behavior is as of now is. So we also did implement a retry mechanism in libraries.
Yeah.
So if there are any transient failures, right, the retry will kick in and it will go through. And even then, if there are failures, yes, a few failures will come in, and then the adapters and core will detect that the DB is down. So once the DB is down, the core and adapters will go to not ready state. So once they go to not ready state, they're not processing anything. So yeah, we may get for a few ONUs, but we'll not get for all of them because the services are only down now because the infrastructure is down.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Okay.
Yep. Yep. And the fourth category is the OMCI communication failures. When there are momentary failures, when we try to configure MEs or when we try to memory set. Yeah. So as of now, ONU adapter already have an event to communicate about this OMCI communication failures. Yeah. So there will not be any new event introduced for this. Yeah. And coming to the OpenOLT adapter cases, when it tries to handle the device discovery or the activation, yeah, these are the challenges we might face at the OpenOLT adapter, and that might lead to failure in the ONU. So if the VOLTHA core is down or unreachable, so then we could see multiple failures. And if there is any gRPC communication errors and the RPC calls fail in the OLT adapter in the core, we would see these failures. Yeah, and if the ONU device in the core has not been found, we may end up in this case. So to address these problems, an event would be triggered, which would be device state update failed. Yep, and yep, the context and the event fields will be detailed enough to identify the ONU ID and on the which interface and also the device, OLT device. Yeah, I have to introduce one more event regarding the DB failures at the OpenOLT adapter. Yeah. Once I'm done with that, then I will be uploading this document for further review.
Yeah, thanks for the work. This is I think this is great. We can work on the details later.
Yeah, that's all on this feature.
So do you aim to finish this for the new release, or this will be for the next release of VOLTHA? What's your goal?
Plan was to get it in this release, but I don't think so. We have much time.
Yeah.
Definitely, we would need your review as well. So yeah, we can skip this for this release.
Okay.
Yeah, Abhilash, that's all on this. Would you like to take
Yeah,
the control.
thanks. Yep, thanks. And I'll share. One second. Let's go. Okay. Pranit, let me know once you put it in the drive. By the way, yeah, just forgot. Where can we upload this? Can we upload this here somewhere? The document, or we put it in a drive? I have a drive where we have these docs.
In Confluence, you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't tried either.
Okay, I think so. We'll have to. Eric, you know anything on the conference for LF Broadband wherein we can upload the documents? Earlier, we used to have it in a Google Drive, but having it in Confluence would make more sense.
Yeah, that shouldn't be an issue.
Okay. Can you give a link for the conference? Can you share the link for the LF Broadband conference? Oh, one second.
So
That's
Abhilash, maybe we can upload to the Jira ticket, and once we upload to the Jira ticket, probably we will have a document link
Okay. Okay,
as a
sure.
workaround.
Yeah, that should work for now.
I don't think we can direct. I think we can upload to also Confluence directly.
Yeah, that's what I just
yeah,
tried
yeah,
to.
for Confluence, I think you could just add them as attachments, or did you want to host them as pages?
Uh,
Because if you just need them there as a reference point, you could just create a page that is for those documents and then add them as attachments.
okay, okay. So that is we'll try this then. We'll try this. Okay,
Yeah,
then and I'll create. We'll create a ticket also. We'll put it in the ticket, and also we'll try to attach it here. We'll see how it goes.
yeah, that could be the way, or the other way could be um, you can link to this running VOLTHA TST meeting minutes.
Yeah.
You can upload it directly to the meeting minutes. That's another way. But I think um, putting it in Jira and then referencing from the meeting minutes, I think that would be the best.
Sure. Sure. Okay. That's all I had on the agenda. Anything so
Yeah,
far?
I have one item. So Manuel from Deutsche Telekom reported there are some dead links in the Volta web page. Um, let me
Yeah, I.
find the email from him. So he told me that if he Google Volta releases, Google takes him to a dead link. Actually, it's not a dead link, but that is a page that we are not updating it. Um, so probably we need to find that link and kill that page from our docs.volta.org. Um, uh, I think if I can create a ticket for that once I found it. And also, when he says when he search in Google as Volta meetings, it says still docs.volta.org comes up as the primary hit. I don't know if we can change. Is there a way to change how Google behaves to the search results? Um, Eric, do you have any idea? Should we do something with that?
I'm not sure what to do about Google links pointing to an outdated page.
Yeah, I I don't know neither. So
Okay. So
anyway, other than that, he mentioned there's a dead link in the lfbroadband.org web page. For the web pages, um, should I open a ticket to the Linux Foundation, or should I send this to Michelle or someone else to the Linux Foundation by email so they can fix the issue?
Yes, it will be a Linux Foundation ticket.
Uh-huh.
Um, let's see. Sorry, trying to find the correct place to put it though, because it's not in the same places you'll be used to. No, okay, I guess it will. Yeah, so just go ahead and open a ticket for that. It will go to our web team rather than to me, but
Mm-hmm.
the support desk is still the right place for that.
Okay. Okay, got it. I'll open a few tickets and let you know.
Okay.
okay, I have
Thank you.
put this in the page, Satnam, so we can mark the tickets with what we have.
Say again, Abhilash.
So I have put these what all Manuel mentioned, right, in the
Yeah,
page.
yeah,
So we can the tickets what we create, we can tag it here in the page.
yeah. I think so. Yes.
Okay,
Okay, that's all I have.
nice, good one today after a long time. If nothing, then we can close. Anything else last before we close? All right, thank you everyone. Have a nice
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. See you.
bye bye.
Bye.